Okay, guys, so there's a challenge going on TikTok called Stomp Your Ex Challenge. Now, the song comes on, they ask, would you stomp your ex for? And then everyone just starts doing a little stomping dance or something like that. Now, of course, when Nique did this challenge, everyone assumed that she was speaking on stomping.
Would you stomp
King.
your ex for?
Now, I'm not sure why anyone thought that she was speaking on King with this challenge. I think Nique was just having a little fun here. You guys know Nique and King have a great co-parenting relationship. Doesn't seem like there's any hard feelings there at all. Now, Nique's new boo, Dwayne, went on her Instagram live to just showcase that he was out with Miss Nique. So it seems like their relationship is going very well. So let's get on to this next topic with the Taylor Girlz and the Caterer, Dominique. So if you guys watched my last video, then you know exactly what's going on here. If you haven't, you probably need to go watch that video so you'll know exactly what I'm speaking on. But let's just put things in simple terms. A caterer that was supposed to cater Daisha's gender reveal spoke out about the Taylor Girlz or Daisha not wanting to pay for her services. Now, since then, Daisha did reach out to me to give her side of the story and explain exactly what happened. So I'm going to play the clips of what Daisha stated happened so you guys can get her side of the story and why she's stating that Dominique, the caterer, is not telling the full truth and the whole story.
Hey, boo, so let me tell you. So for the first thing she was talking about May 20th, she did cater a video shoot for a client that I was working with. If the client don't want to pay you a lot of money, that has nothing to do with me. I just work with a lot of, not influencers, a lot of up and coming artists who need help with their careers. If they don't have the money to pay for that, then that has nothing to do with me. I'm about to have my videographer pull up the video of how they pulled up to the video shoot, unsanitary food all outside of shit. Like for one, you can't charge somebody no crazy ass price anyway when your shit is unsanitary. You got food outside trying to sell a mother plate. And if the client want to sell snacks and shit, she can. It's her shit. So that's what that is. She is correct about her coming to a video shoot. It was not the Taylor Girlz video shoot. It was for a client that I was working with. Like I said, I work with a lot of up and coming artists for girls and guys that need music videos put together, and I help facilitate things like that. So that's where she was talking about on May 20th. She wasn't descriptive on what she was talking about. That was not for the Taylor Girlz. Like I said, it was for a client that I was working with. So if her budget was $500, $600, $700, $800, then that was the case. Never did I say I was promoting her for some shit that she was doing for somebody else. Never do I recall saying that. Maybe I'm having pregnancy brain right now, but I don't remember saying that I would promote her for some shit that she was doing for somebody else that wasn't for me and my sister. So let's clear that the fuck up. But I am about to try to find the footage of that day when she got here and the way that she had shit pulled up and set up. She didn't even have no tents or nothing. I had to tell her to put tents out there because it looked so dirty for somebody that's supposed to have this big ass catering business, is just doing so well and doing all this bullshit. No. And yes, I am cheap as a mother. I don't want to pay for some shit that I feel like is being overpriced. Then I'm not paying you $1,200 for no mother. You're damn the fuck skippy right. Not paying you for that. Not paying you for a lot of shit. If I feel like you came here not correct the first time, why would I pay somebody that didn't come correct the first fucking time? You didn't come correct the first time. So no, how the fuck could I trust you to do something professional for the second time? Why would I pay somebody like that? This footage my videographer just pulled up. She's clearly outside. Go run the footage. She's outside cooking unnecessary like the fuck shit. So it's just like, girl, do not play with me. Go back to mother stripping, bitch. The day of the video shoot. As you see, I'm like a director or some shit. I'm not shooting. That says, I'm not shooting. This is something that I'm just here on.
She ain't have no damn, she couldn't pull her damn stuff up on the damn pole.
Directing.
It's not gonna work.
Not my video.
It's not gonna work. Y'all knew it before.
I do not care how much money I got in the world. I don't give a billionaire, millionaire, trillionaire, cadillionaire. I don't give a I will not overpay for nothing that is tacky. Period. Like, I will not. I will not pay for some shit that I know that I can do and probably do it 10 times better. I'm not going to pay. And as soon as y'all learn how to value money, I know I'd be broke or go back to that point. So if I don't want to do something, I'm not going to do it. If I feel like it's overpriced, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to be cheap. It's best to be cheap. The richest people in the world are cheap, which is why they still got money. So let's just make that very clear. Anybody know me know I'm a double check the price, triple check the price, go around the price and come back to the price and be like, okay, nothing cheaper, so yeah, let's go with that. That's how I am as a person. That's just my character. And anybody that's a Capricorn, y'all motherfucking know we double check, we triple check, we over checking shit. I'm not gonna do some shit that I feel like I can get something for a better price. Like, I always make sure that you know what I'm saying, I check, because that's how people get jugged, by not checking, just going with the first price. I always go to 10 different stores to make sure that I'm getting the best deal on whatever it is that I'm trying to get. And that's how I'm still able to do what I want to do with my life. And I don't have to work for nobody, ever. Record this video. This is not cheap. Look up the price. That's not cheap. Look up the price. This is not cheap. Look up the price. This is not cheap. Look up the price. Look up the price. Like, come on, boo. Like, really? Like, look up the fucking.
Okay, guys, so you heard Daisha's side and how she states everything that went down. Now, the caterer, Dominique, also went live on Instagram yesterday to let everyone know her side of the story out of her mouth, so you guys can get her full truth and not just what I posted in the last video. I'm going to post that here. As always, I want to know what you guys think about all this down in the comment section below.
I'm just gonna start off from the beginning from my part. So when I met the Taylor, well, I didn't meet Ty. When I met the Taylor girls, I kind of met like some people who work for them. Like, I kind of met their crew. I met Quick or whatever, and I was working on a food truck. So like, now I actually I'm working a catering business now, but I do work at a restaurant too. I cook at a restaurant too, on top of all that. But I work for food trucks and different chefs and things like that. So when I met them on a food truck. So I was working for a food truck. I met their camp and I met Quick. And when I met them, they was like, oh, the food's really good. We want to book you, for our catering and this. I was like, okay, cool, girl. So I was like, what is it for? What do you want me to cater it for? She was like, a video shoot. So I don't think the video came out yet. I don't think the video's out. So I guess that's why I didn't get the promo. So the video was called I Get Money or something like that. And so it was too dark right here. Let me go back over here. And so that's how I met them. I did the video shoot, I Get Money, and I told her I would cater it. Now originally when I catered the video shoot, I had just started out. So I had just started my own business. I'm a black owned business. I'm sorry, let me get back in the light. Okay. You see me now? Oh, yeah, see me. Okay, so I had just started my own business. I'm a black owned business and I do a lot of stuff by myself. Like today I've been super duper busy. Finally got a chance to sit down, and I'm pregnant. I'm pregnant as well too. So I would never try to try anything with her while she's pregnant, because I know she want to enjoy her pregnancy. I would like to enjoy my pregnancy too. Like, I'm working pregnant. So, yeah. So, hold on, let me see. So when I did the video shoot, I Get Money video shoot, it was a nice video shoot. She had strippers there. They was there dancing. I think, what's her name? Milani or something like that. She came and talked to me. She tried my food. She was like, the food was good. Everything was good. Now, the issue that I had with the I Get Money video was she wanted to sell chips. So I basically sent her my my menu. So at the video shoot, I cooked brunch, then I came back and did dinner. So I came for brunch, cooked for everybody in the morning, left and came back and bought food for dinner. So I basically did 2 events for them in one day. Only charged her $500 for that. Flat rate, $500. I bought tents, put up tents. I bought tables. I bought all the equipment. I even sent her a receipt for all that or whatever. Like I said, that was no issue. I charged her $500 a flat rate, a very cheap price, because I just started off as a catering business. And I'm a black-owned business, so I thought maybe they were going to support me by promoting me more or whatever like that. So that's what happened with the video shoot. The only thing I didn't like was when I sent her my menu, she called me and was like, she called me and said, I want to sell chips, honey buns, and Oreos. And I had a girl that kind of works with me. She got her own company, but I was like, I need you to come serve food with me when I'm doing this food, because there's a lot of people at the video shoot. She was with me in the car, and she was like, girl, do she want to sell her own chips and honey buns and Oreos at her own video shoot? I was like, girl, yes. This girl just called me and said she want to sell chips and Oreos and stuff on the side. So mind you, she booked me to serve food, to cook food, to serve her people, but she wants to sell stuff on the side of me. So I was like, what? Like, I swear to God, y'all, I did not believe it. Because when I look at the Taylor girls, I think that they successful, they black owned, they got money, they own money. But when she said she was going to sell snacks on the side of me catering, I just thought that was, I don't know. I thought it was weird. So she said, I'm going to send you the new menu. I was like, the new menu? I've already sent you my menu. She's like, no, add my snacks on your menu. Like, she wanted me to add her stuff on my menu. Like, I had to make a whole new menu, add her stuff at the bottom. Like, and then I printed it out, and she said she's going to print it out too. So we both printed out a menu and her chips and honey buns. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I didn't even trip about that. I get to the event, we set up and everything, and then she comes over with a table. No lie, I swear to God. She comes over with a table, and she sits the table next to my tables, and she's like, this is where my snacks is going to be. So she puts up like a big thing of chips, honey buns, all this. And I was like, okay, who's going to sell this? Who's going to sell the food? I mean, the snacks. And she's like, you. I'm like, so on top of me selling my food, or I mean, not selling my food, but serving my food, and I was selling my food after 75 people. So once 75 people ate, then now other people had to pay, because she only paid $500 for, amount of people. So I'm like, you want me to serve my food and do that and then still sell your snacks? She's like, yeah. So I'm just like, am I going to get a cut out of that? Like, no. I got no cut out of selling her chips and her honey buns and Oreos on the side. So as I'm over here trying to serve my food, people walking up asking, how much is the chips? How much is this? I'm like, I think it's $1. They're like, okay. So I started taking the money for her chips and honey buns and Oreos. So I got her money to the side. I got my money put to the side. And then I went and gave her money at the end of the night. Like, here, this is what you made off your snacks. And she didn't even break me off $1 out of that money. And she didn't do anything. She was walking around doing the video. And I'm talking about Daisha, not Ty. I never really dealt with Ty like that. Ty actually seemed cool. Ty came up. She got a plate. She was like, how much? Ty was going to pay for her plate. She was like, how much to plate? I was like, no, girl, you good. Like, this your sister or whatever. So, anyway, that was the first event or whatever. I thought that was a little weird. I thought I was going to get promotion for that video shoot, but I didn't get any promotion because, like I said, I'm a black-owned business, and I just kind of started out. So, I didn't get any promotion for that. I didn't trip. I was like, all right, whatever. Because I'm one of the people, like, if you do me wrong, if you do something wrong the first time, I'll try to give you another chance and another chance and another chance. And then after so long, I'm just kind of like, all right, I'm fed up. I'm just going to tell, somebody has to know, So the second time she hit me, it was for like a Florida trip or something like that. I think she wanted to go to Florida, and that didn't fall through. So that didn't happen, the Florida thing. Then after the Florida thing, it was, what's the girl? Kayla Nicole, I think that's her name. It was her birthday. So they needed a caterer for Kayla's birthday. So she hit me up, saying like, I want you to come cater for Kayla's birthday. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll do it. And so we start talking numbers. Gave her a cheap rate again. she never got back with me. Oh, okay, well, she sent me these photos of what she wanted. She's like, this the type of food I want. Cool, I'll make a menu. I made her a menu. She never got back with me. So I was like, okay, I guess I'm not doing the Kayla birthday party thing. So I go and I look on like Kayla's birthday party, and I saw they already had food. So I was like, okay, whatever, you know, it is what it is. Left it alone, never said anything about it. Okay, the last thing for me was the gender reveal. She texted me 3 weeks, I think it was like 3 or 4 weeks. I had to go back in my text messages, and she was like, hey, mind you, I work in a restaurant too. I cook in a restaurant on top of my catering business, like, and I'm pregnant on top of all that. So I was like, she hit me like 3 weeks and like, yeah, I got a gender reveal coming up. Mind you, nobody knew about her pregnancy, right? I never revealed that she was pregnant. I never told any of that or whatever. And she was just like, I want to do the gender reveal, and I think she had asked me to cater it or whatever. So I was like, all right, cool, girl, yeah, got you. You know, I was always professional or whatever. And I also felt like sometimes she would speak a little rude to me, and then I had bought staff with me to help serve, and they also said like, girl, she kind of rude. I was like, it's okay, that's how celebrities are, they be kind of rude or whatever. So yeah, she hit me for the catering event. I said, cool, I'll do the catering event. I asked her, what is your budget, Daisha? What's the budget that you're looking at to try to do for your gender reveal? What is the budget? I didn't give her an extreme price. I didn't even quote a price. I said, what is your budget? What would you know what I'm saying? Trying to cater to her. What's your budget? What you looking at? She's like, I don't know. So I was like, okay, all right. How many people would you like for me to feed at your gender reveal? She's like, 75 people. So I was like, okay, all right, cool. What kind of foods would you like at this event? She started naming all this stuff. I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. So I said, okay, let me come up with a list. I'll come up with a menu for you. She's like, okay. Came up with a menu for her. It was 8 trays. I think it was like meatballs, deviled eggs, pasta salad, a thing of shrimp she wanted, because seafood, y'all know, I don't know if you cook, but seafood costs more. So it was like seafood, whatever. It was 8 trays of food, right? So out of the 8 trays of food, I told her I would bring 2 trays of those. So if you take 8 trays of food, times it by 2. So if you had a tray of food, I don't know if you ever been to Golden Corral, but like, have you ever walked up to Golden Corral and the food's already kind of made for you, and you just put it on your plate, and if you want to go back for seconds, you could go back for seconds like that. So like a buffet style. So I was going to make 2 trays. So once I made a tray of like shrimp, if that got empty, I was going to stay there, take that tray that is empty, take that, put it in the back, and already have another tray already ready, and replace it so they can come back for seconds or thirds if they needed to. So you got 8 different trays of food 2 times. So 8, that's 16, right? So I'm like, okay, I'll do 8 trays of food, and I'll replace the food, da-da-da. She's like, okay. I'm like, all right, so 75 people, you could just do $15 a head. $15 a head, that's it. That's all I'm going to charge. I'm going to go get the food. I'm going to cook the food. I'm going to buy the groceries for the food. I literally, like, I'm pregnant, and I'm going to have a gender reveal soon. And I know how it is when you're pregnant, like, you're tired. Trust me, I'm working a lot, so I'm, like, extra tired. So you're tired. So I didn't want her to have to do anything. I literally wanted Daisha to come in her gender reveal, and I wanted her to just be like, oh my God, like, just come, get your makeup done, get your hair done, and come and look pretty. That's all I wanted her to do, and just enjoy herself. So I was like, I will bring tables. I will bring pink and blue tablecloths. I'm going to bring all the equipment. The food will already be cooked. The food will be warmed up. When you get there, the only thing you get to do is just sit down, chill, and eat. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, just $15 a person. That's it. And then I would deliver the food to you, and I won't even charge you a delivery fee. She was like, oh, and mind you, she told me about this 3 weeks ahead of time. I work in a restaurant, and I cook in a restaurant on top of me trying to run my own business. So I took off of work for that day. I have my receipts for that too. I went to my job, and then we have like a if you work, you know what I'm talking about. It's called 7 Shifts. It's an app that you download called 7 Shifts. So you go in there, go in the app, and you got to take off your day, and it has to be approved by a manager. So I went in there. I said, okay, I'm taking the 18th off. I'm doing the gender reveal. I took off of work that day, and then we set up everything. She said we was gonna do the gender reveal, and then nothing. I heard nothing else back from her. And what made me upset is when I quoted her the cheap price, she tripped out about that little bit of cheap price. That $15 a head for a buffet style meal, 8 trays of food, and then you get an extra another tray. And I'm buying the food, and I'm bringing all this stuff. I just felt like, why you keep booking me for things if you don't even want to support a black owned business? You know, like I looked at them like, you know what, y'all black women doing y'all thing, but I just felt like they put on the, not, I don't want to say they, because Ty was very nice, very cool. You know, I never really dealt with her. It was more so Daisha. But you put on this persona like you got so much money. You want to go to Gucci and say you're going to buy 50 pairs of shoes and all this stuff like that. You go on social media and you talk about other people being broke. You act like you have these cars that cost so much money. You act like you bought a big ass house that cost so much money. But you don't want to pay for services that you asked for. I never asked them for anything. They reached out to me and asked me to cater for their events. More than three. So it's been 4 altogether that she didn't ask me for. And you don't want to support like at all. I never got any promo or anything. So I just felt like, don't fake the funk, because you sitting there faking like y'all got so much money here, so much money there, so much money here, but you really cheat with everything. And for me, I just feel like that's not cool. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I was like, went to the tea room, and I was like, you know what? I want to say something, because I just felt like they don't support black people, and they sit around and turn around and act like they have so much money. Because let me tell you something. I am frugal friend. I will save $1. I understand saving $1. I get saving $1. But I would never sit here and act like I have $1 million. I would never sit here and be like, oh, I'm driving this. This is a Nissan. Do y'all see this? I'm driving a Nissan. I wouldn't be like, oh, I'm driving a Porsche, and then turn around and be acting cheap. No, I understand saving $1. And then another thing about the gender reveal, I heard that she was saying that she was trying to weigh out her options with other caterers, but you were not. I work with a lot of chefs. I work with a lot of caterers. I didn't work with food trucks, a lot of people. You never went to another caterer and said, let me see if I can get this quote and get this quote and get this quote. I will understand that if you said I'm getting a quote. You had your mom and your dad cook for free. And then, oh, I forgot all about this. She offered me serve like a server. Like when you go out to eat. Like a server's walking around with food and taking trays and being a server. She asked me to just serve. She was like, if somebody else cook, will you just serve? I was like, no, I'm starting my own catering business. I do a lot of parties. I do weddings and stuff like that. I work with a lot of chefs. Like, I don't want to be there serving. Like, you want me to serve while your mom cook and your dad cook for free. What type of stuff? I don't know. That's like you, let me try to find an example. That's like whatever business you do, somebody telling you to come do your, like if you do eyelashes, let's say you do eyelashes, and somebody said, yeah, you can come watch while my other friend do eyelashes and we're gonna pay her. Like, what? I mean, that ain't a good example, but I just thought that was crazy. But she wanted me to come serve while her mom and dad cook, and I'll just serve the food or whatever. But I'm just like, no, you hired me to cook or whatever. So basically that's all that's happened. That's all that happened with us. I wasn't trying to expose her until I got mad, because I missed a whole days of work to try to do her event, and then she never wanted to pay me, and she wanted to be cheap. Why did you hit me up if you wanted to be cheap? Because I already charged you a very, 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 very cheap price. Do you know, I didn't even want to bring Chef Macy up. So it's a guy named Chef Macy. He's been in a big time chef in Atlanta, right? I had talked to him about it. I was like, damn, like I'm charging her a cheap price, but she just not working with me. I don't know what's going on with her. He was like, Dominique. He was like, do you know she would never get that price in Atlanta? He was like, we're in Atlanta. She will never get that price. And he was like, you're charging her a cheap price. I'm like, I know I am. And I thought she was cool. I thought we was, you know what I'm saying, gonna keep doing business together. So I don't know what happened. She said, I heard that she said she wanted to shop around and find cheaper prices, but you couldn't have got anything cheaper than that. If you don't have money like that, you said that ain't cheap. What the fuck? People with money don't have to spend it because you got it. Yeah, I understand that too. You don't have to spend it because you got it. I get that. But why would you sit there and act like you got so much money then? Why, you know, people do that all the time on Instagram. Why fake the funk like you just got so much money and then you down other people? Like, never mind, I'm not gonna say that, but I heard when I was at a video shoot, I heard them saying, oh yeah, this bitch broke, da-da-da. See, you're saying stuff like that. Even in their lyrics, they say, when you listen to their lyrics, they say they have so much money. I understand what you're saying, Aisha. Like, if you got money, you don't got to spend all of it. But don't act like you're so rich and then you want to be cheap. So I just want to say I feel sorry for any vendors who work with them, any makeup people, hair people, any people who's cooking for them, any caterers or whatever, any vendors that work for them. Just be cautious and maybe get your money up front or something like that. I don't know, but I would never work with them again. When I say them, I mean mainly Daisha, because I didn't really deal with Ty like that. I did talk to her about food or something like that, but it was nothing like business. And speaking of business, why was Daisha handling her own business if she had so much money? Why was she handling her own business? To book a caterer, you should have an assistant do that. Every single time, it was always Daisha hitting me up to book me for anything. You should, if you have so much money and you're so rich, you should have an assistant that goes through me that book all that stuff for you. But I'll book you, that's a good price. Right, that was a good price. That's it. Yeah, I did different states too. So it's a food truck called Catfish Corner, and we went state to state. I went with them state to state and stuff like that, and did state to state too. So yeah, I really try to support other black people. And if there are any other black businesses who like want to work together, we could definitely work together. But like Chef Macy, I just worked with Chef Macy. He was so cool, and he was like, here's the money up front. Like, he cashed at me my money up front, and we was good, and we had worked together. It was cool. We had a good time. But I don't know what's going on with them. I just would never work with them ever again. I wish them all the best. It's no drama. It's no beef between us or whatever. They stay over there. I'm gonna stay over here. But just don't text my phone no more. Don't ask me to do any more events. And I just don't ever want to work with them ever again. And anybody else who works with them, good luck.